Oh, it has been a wild 24 hours, 48 hours, folks. Good morning, good afternoon, whichever time you're watching this. I filmed this at night, so I'm going to try to post this in the morning. Um, let's just talk for a second about the Upchurch and Tom Macdonald events that are taking place. So, okay, I'm just going to open up a panel for discussion. Okay. On my channel, Southwind. If you don't know who I am, I'm Southwind. I go by Southwind, and on this channel, I do a little bit of everything, media, a lot of stuff around the country rap genre. Not limited to the country rap genre, but mostly the people I've worked with are in the country rap genre. And I could go on and name names, and I have songs. I have some features with people in the country rap genre. I do a little bit of music as well. Been playing music for a long time. Never have been a front man until the last 3 years or so, but I've been around a lot of people in the country rap genre. Artists, big artists, almost anybody you can name. There's only a few that I have not been around personally and seen how they act in their personal lives and how they carry themselves, what they really do on their off time and stuff like that. But a lot of them I have. I have filmed for people. I have done live events. I have filmed music videos. I have gotten studios with people, done songs, all kinds of stuff, okay? I even tried out for bass, and I was going to go on tour with the band, and I was just asked again to go on tour with a very notable band, Moccasin Creek, if you will, to play bass. So I even play, and along the way, I started doing reactions. I started doing interviewing artists, country artists, country rap artists. Upchurch has always been one of my favorites. Just from the time I discovered him in 2015, I was in a band, and so we booked a show. I was working on just seeing what it was like to promote shows. I was trying to get our band going. I started filming music videos for us, so we didn't have a big cost. At that time, I booked Upchurch 2017 and threw a show. It was awesome. It was great. Ever since then, I've really, and even before then, because I wanted to book him, I've really just, I have a connection with what he says, what he does. I feel like it's real. It's just who he is, right? And I feel like us as fans and people who consume music, I feel like that's a really organic part in the process of becoming a fan, a true fan of somebody. I believe it's not just what they put out and what they say on recordings. I believe it's a belief in authenticity and its integrity. In their integrity, you believe that, hey, Tom Macdonald or Upchurch or whoever is really this person, George Strait is really this person off of out of the studio, off of camera. He's really this person. George Strait owns a ranch. It's proof he does the things that he sings about, that type thing. So that's really, and I've been over to the Ghost Ranch. I'm gonna try to keep this not lengthy. I have been over to the Ghost Ranch. I did have the opportunity. Upchurch invited me over to do an interview. I did an interview. It kicked off my channel in a big way. He put me on, and it was great. I have interviewed more people, and I have a lot more interviews to come. As also, I have music to drop. I report the news, the country rap media news and whatever and what's going on, stuff like that. So this is kind of a big deal. All right, so um, let's begin. Let's just open up some discussion here. Okay, there has been a lot of attacks in the last 2 to 3 days. Okay, so of people who don't even know people who don't even know Upchurch, who don't even know Tom Macdonald, and why this is going on, what happened, blah blah blah. There's accusations being thrown. Somebody got on Facebook. I had a reel, and all I did was I reported what is happening. Right, Upchurch is dissing Tom Macdonald, and I'm not saying I don't disagree with him. I completely understand why. I'm actually, you may think I'm biased. I 100% understand why, and I agree with him, 1,000,000%. And in this video, I want to discuss why. And if it's not true, if what I'm saying is not true, or if you watch Upchurch's Instagram or his diss tracks and what he's saying is not true, if what somebody says is not true and it doesn't hold water, meaning if somebody says something to you and you can tell it's not true, then you don't have to worry about it anyway because it's not true. But if it is true, if there's some truth to it, then you have to logically, unless you're biased, unless you are a biased Tom Macdonald fan, you have to listen to what somebody says and you have to take it in your ear, and then you have to say, hey, is there any truth to that? Or is that just not true and it's stupid or whatever, and then I'm just going to forget about it and be still just have no problem with what that person said and be a Tom Macdonald fan or whatever, or whoever the artist is. And it's not only Tom Macdonald. There is quite a few artists out there who do a lot of the same things. And we're going to discuss that. So what I'm trying to say is that you might think I'm a little biased because it is Creek Squad over here, baby. I mean, let's not get it twisted, okay? And I'm not trying to say whatever Upchurch does is okay, and I agree with everything he says and everything he does, and I'm a yes man. What I'm trying to do right now is open this up for discussion. I want to discuss what he's saying. I want to discuss the reason. He's given a few reasons. Like there's still people in the comment section on my videos. Well, first of all, personally attacking me. It's really weird. Somebody who's from my area on my reel on Facebook, 400,000 views. They got on there and they said, I bet you're not even from 615 area code. I bet this, I bet that. You're this, you're that. And I'm like, it's me now? You want to come at me? Because I told him, I said, I'm not hard to find, bro. First of all. Second of all, I am a follower of Christ. And I've changed my life. And I've tried to walk daily and get in the mindset daily and put positivity out on this channel. If you want to check it out, Sundays we go live and we pray for people and we have discussions with people about their life, and we talk about some of what the Bible says, and we talk about what Jesus taught, and we talk about how to find a relationship with Christ. Okay, I changed my life in massive ways in the past 5-10 years. Okay, I'm not the person I used to be. The person I used to be would message that guy back and say, hey man, I'm going to pull up on you. Let's see how man you are. Let's see how much of a man you are. That's the person I used to be. So instead of going that route, let's just talk about this. And I'm not trying to get on here and say, hey, Tom Macdonald fans, he should have no fans. The guy is terrible. The guy's this, the guy's that. You should never follow him again. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is I want to discuss why because there's still a lot of people in the comments, tons of people. Why is he dissing Tom Macdonald? I don't understand. We believe, he believes some of the stuff we believe in, this and that. And he's already said multiple reasons, but I'm going to go ahead and just lay them out for you. It looks like there's a lot of people jumping on my channel, Tom Macdonald fans, Upchurch, Creek Squad people, and they're going like this, and they're throwing personal accusations, and they're saying, this person is whatever, this person's whatever, and I hate this person. And these people don't even know each other. I know that because I've never seen them on my channel before. So let's just have a discussion, okay? And you might still be mad after this video. You might still be pissed off about it. Or you might not. You know what I'm saying? But first and foremost, it is okay if you feel like somebody is not who they are, or they're doing you wrong, or they're coming in and they're throwing subliminal messages toward you, or the lame music that you chose, or whatever. If they are in the wrong, it is okay to say, hey, that's not cool, bro. Call it out. That's not cool. Actually, that's in the Bible. In several places. Further, and also, Christ actually, whenever they were trying to make money in the temple that was used for worship, it was a sacred place. Christ came in and flipped the tables. He actually became angry. Anger is something as humans we have a right to. It's maybe when it gets out of control and you let that consume you, that's whenever it becomes bad or wrong. And if you've seen Upchurch's Instagram post, or if you've seen the videos I put on here, he seems very calm in his Instagram post. He's just rolling around town. He's just talking about it. Okay, he didn't just throw a diss out there and say, screw Tom Macdonald, screw any of his fans, yada yada yada. He said all the things he didn't like. One of them notably in the song being quotations, Tom saying, I'm going to come into the country rap genre and I'm going to change it for the better. Okay, let's start there. So that was one of the reasons, because let's say you have a job, right? Let's say you're at your job and you're working hard and you've been here for quite a while, 6 months, a year, 5 years, whatever. And I've had this happen. Everybody's probably had this happen to them. They bring somebody in off the streets who's never been in a factory before, or where I'm going to say a factory, that's where I worked. They've never been in a factory before, and they bring them in with no knowledge, and then they put them above you, or they let them take your spot just because they like them, or they are saying the right things in the interview. And then when they come in and they get ready to work, they've never even lived that life. They've never even been there. They don't have any experience. Do you see where I'm going with this? Where I'm going with this is, it has happened to me and all of us probably. And that is a circumstance that probably everybody can relate to. And what did you do in that circumstance? Did you say, oh, okay, boss, yeah, that's fine. No, bring him in and just let him take over my position. And, because he's going to change everything for the better, even though he's never done this before a day in his life. Let's just bring him in and let's let him run the show. No, of course you didn't. If you have any kind of backbone at all, what you did was you said, why? What makes you think that this dude can do better than me? First of all. Second of all, he don't even have the experience. He doesn't live this life day to day. He doesn't come in and bust his hind end, working hard and make sure everything goes right. And that's exactly what's happening. That's part of what's happening. So that's one thing that's happening. Secondly, I think another big thing that's happening is, so Tom Macdonald is from Canada. Okay. Which, there's a lot of wonderful people in Canada. Pretty much a socialist country now. So he probably doesn't like that. Look, Tom, some of the stuff he says, I totally agree with. I haven't really paid attention to a lot of his stuff. I just never connected, and I just never got into his music. And I'm sure that he's talented. I really don't know enough about him to even say. But what I'm trying to say is, there was an interview. The interview that I did with Upchurch, and I hate to bring this up because people think I just talk about this all the time. In the interview, I'm going to relate it to a circumstance of something me and Upchurch had already talked about personally. You can go look at the interview that I did with him. One of the first things we talked about in the first 15 minutes of that interview was people coming from California, because we both have lived in close around the Nashville area our whole lives, so we've seen this. People coming from California to Nashville, Tennessee, and then they're writing songs and they're getting paid all this money to either be an artist or a writer in a publishing company or something, and they're getting paid all this money to write about a country lifestyle that they've never lived. They've never lived that. They never have lived and done the things that we've done and seen the things that we've seen. My family has owned a logging business for like 60 or 70 years in this area. I know the woods. I know all the trees in the woods. I can almost name them all. My dad hunts bird dogs. I went hunting with him however many times I can't count. I know all the creeks in my area that are good for bass fishing. I'll go bass fish those creeks and stuff. And catfishing. There's a really good place that I know that I used to go catfishing all the time off Old Hickory. So, what makes you think that I'm going to be happy or Upchurch? And it's nothing against California. There's somebody in the interview who said, what do they have against California? I don't have anything against California. I've been to California. We took a trip to the Grand Canyon and we visited California while we were out there. We did not go to Los Angeles because it would have been we probably would have hated that. But I have been to California. It was fine. It wasn't just this terrible state where everything is, whatever. It wasn't that bad, okay? And I'm a very conservative person. But just imagine this for a second. Imagine booking a flight from wherever you live, if you're watching this in the United States, or a different country, London, England, Australia, whatever. Imagine booking a flight to Canada. When you get there, imagine writing music about Canada, something that you don't know anything about, and then putting the Canadian flag over you, and then talking about Canada's politics, and then doing all this stuff while you're in their country, even though you're from a totally different place in the world. Imagine for a second you flying anywhere and doing that. Imagine flying to Italy and putting the Italian flag over you and being like, Italian politics suck. Guys, it's and I don't have anything against some of the stuff Tom says. Some of the stuff he says, I'm like, hey, I'm very conservative, so I'm like, hey, fight the good fight, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I can't believe he hasn't been called out for it before. Just because somebody is saying the right things with their mouth, it doesn't mean they're really about that. It doesn't mean that he's super patriotic. If you want me to tell you when I would have respect, which I don't really keep up with Tom. Okay? I keep up with Upchurch. And all this stuff that he's saying, I totally understand it. I totally get it. And I'm trying to convey it in a discussion-like pattern to you guys. So you understand it's not just I want more views. I want this. Church doesn't do stuff like that just for views. He never has. He let me interview him on my channel and put it on my channel, not on his channel. I had 2,000 subscribers. I was a nobody. Still am. Still a very little speck in YouTube. But he doesn't do things because he can get notoriety or whatever. He does things because it has integrity and it's the right thing to do. That's what I'm trying to get you to see. And if you haven't been following Upchurch for a while, then you might not understand that. But there's not another time he's been in a couple diss battles, but there's not another time that he has ever went after somebody, even at Tom's levels with numbers and all that stuff. He doesn't just go after them just to go after them. Upchurch has, like, I mean, you'll see it. I'm going to post another video. He just showed where he's RIAA certified platinum and golds. He he doesn't need help in that department, okay? And first of all, and second of all, if you're just all about views anyway, and you're like, Tom has 8 million views, Upchurch only has 200,000 views. I see those comments all the time, and it's like, guys, you can buy views on YouTube, okay? Everybody should know this, and even if he's not, okay, that's fine. But why is it about numbers? It should be about the truth. And if what I'm saying to you is not the truth, then you shouldn't have no problem thinking about it. You should have a response and say, well, just in the comments, just prove me wrong. Has Tom ever not pandered? You know, I would respect, now, if China attacks us, if a foreign country attacks us and they say, hey guys, go to war, or they try to invade our country, which is probably going to be a long shot, I would have super respect I'll tell you when I would have the most respect for anybody, for that matter. If Tom fought for this country, laid down his life for this country, then you cannot convince me that he wasn't meaning 100% of what he was saying in those songs. You know what I mean? Then it would be, okay, it's his home too. But my guess is, he lives in California, my guess is he would get book a flight right back to Canada, and be done with it. Now, I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. But that's just how I feel about it. And I'm not trying to tell you guys, don't be a Tom Macdonald fan. Don't do this. Guys, you're more than welcome. If you're a Tom Macdonald fan, you're welcome on the channel to come on here and to watch the content and, leave a comment. That's fine. This is freedom of speech. That's fine. But don't blindly attack Creek Squad just because they're reacting to Upchurch diss. Or, I report, if you have, see, a lot of people haven't been on the channel at all. They're calling me all this stuff, which I don't care. I could give a shit less, honestly. But they don't understand. I report a lot of stuff on this channel. I've reported stuff that Jelly Roll has said. I've took videos of Upchurch talking about Morgan Wallen, or this person talking about this person. I interviewed the lead singer of the Kentucky Headhunters. They won a Grammy back in the day, and they had a number. They had an album in the top top 5 or whatever, back in the 90s. And I interviewed them, and he had a problem with producers and stuff in Nashville that was trying to rip them off, and they were trying to make people pay ungodly amounts of money. Even though they won a Grammy, they were very, they pretty much did their own recording, and Nashville hated that. I report Johnny Cash had problems with the music industry. So on this channel, I'd put a lot of content out about everything that's happened, not just country rap genre, but mostly, because I know most of those guys. So it's not me, and it's not the rest of the Creek Squad family just getting together and just trying to wage a World War III against everybody. I want to make you understand why it's happening, why I feel like it's happening. And church, if I'm wrong, just say, hey, that's not exactly it. No problem. But I like discussion. I like formal discussion. So there's another thing also. Another reason that Upchurch said today, he said that he feels like Tom makes fun of country people. he said that in one of his videos he dressed up like Dolly Parton, and he was dancing around and like bouncing his boobs or whatever and stuff like that. And so let's explore that for a second. Okay. So if somebody reveres Dolly Parton as they respect her and they put her high up on a country music royalty platform, which she should be. She has done a lot in the music industry and for the music industry. And she is a native Tennessean, which I really like that because I'm from Tennessee myself. So if you are now, maybe he was just trying to be eccentric or have some hyperbole and have a little bit of exaggeration in whatever video. I don't know what video Church is talking about. I'll have to go research that. But if you respect somebody, like I respect George Strait in country music. My dad is a huge George Strait fan. I love the movie Pure Country, and I just think George he was meant to be a country music singer and pretty darn good actor. I would not, in a music video, put on a goofy George Strait hat and a hillbilly belt buckle and dance around like that. Okay, that's not going to happen. Whether or not it's all fun and games or you don't mean anything by it, still that can be taken as nobody wants to be made a joke out of. Okay. So Upchurch said he feels like Tom makes fun of country folks, and I can see that. If that's what happened with the Dolly thing, Dolly's not one of those people you make fun of. First of all, she's 80 something years old. That woman is in her golden years, and she needs to be respected and lifted up at all times. Maybe you're a comedian, maybe because that's what you do. But Tom supposedly puts out serious music. So, I mean, there's so many things. Upchurch has given so many reasons. He's from a whole different country, and he came here and he said he was going to make the country rap genre better when he's not even from the country. He came here from a different country, and then he's singing about everything wrong with the United States of America. Which, yes, we have some things going on now. And yes, I do believe in some of the things he says, Tom, but it's not necessarily his place. Thirdly, he makes fun of country folks. So there's three big reasons right there. And I'm sure that there's more. And, feel free to get on here and discuss stuff, guys. I've got some really weird comments and some people trying to drag just reactors into it and stuff. Which, I mean, hey, I ride for Church. I do, man. That dude's been good to me, and I'm not biased. Even in this circumstance, I can see everything he's saying. But I'm just reporting the news, baby. And I mean, if you want to push the envelope, I guess we can really go there, and I can tell you how I really feel about it, but I'm not trying to start World War III on the channel here. I really want to make it about the Lord and praying for people and stuff. So you guys, that's my take on it. And if you're a Tom Macdonald fan, I know this video was probably hard to listen to, and you might still be upset, and you might say, screw that, or whatever, right? And you have the right to do that. That's perfectly fine. However, listen to what someone is saying about your artist, and then you can decide for yourself whether it's the truth. Don't go into a conversation and say, my mind's already made up. I like Tom Macdonald no matter what. I had a few people, and here's another thing, and this, I think Church posted something about this, and then I'll end the video. There was, somebody said the other day, I said, yeah, Tom Macdonald, I've just never really gotten to his music because he's all over the place. I mean, there's the overalls, Tom Macdonald wearing overalls in the country. There's the face tats and pink rainbow braids, Tom Macdonald. like he's trying to be, what is his name? The guy they made a Hulu thing about. There's, City Tom Macdonald with the, like, Upchurch said, Balenciaga shoes and stuff and the Lambo or whatever. There's the patriotic Tom Macdonald with the military vest on and just all. So whether or not you're a Tom Macdonald fan, and that's totally your business, we can't deny that there are 10 different forms of Tom Macdonald. Is there truth to that? Does it hold water? Decide for yourself. Also, a big one for me. Now I understand people change, but a big one for me. The other day, somebody said something about Tom Macdonald's never been a Satanist. He's never had satanic lyrics or believed in Satan in his songs. And if somebody believes in Satan, I just can't support that. However, that's their right. That's fine. But I know what I'm about. And so I showed them. They said literally that's never happened. In the comments of the reel on Facebook. And so I pulled up the lyrics from the song "This House." And it was talking about Ouija boards, pentagrams. My friends are gonna try to do basically seances to help me come back to life. And then he said they're gonna say "Hail Satan" in my coffin, at my coffin. And then he actually has a song called "Hail Satan." But this was a long time ago. Okay, it's still weird. Why wouldn't you, if you've changed your life? And this fella, this is what they said on the Facebook reel. They said that was back when Tom was an addict, and he has changed his life, and now he talks about God. Fine, great. Why would he still leave that up? If you truly have changed your life, because I know the difference. I personally know the difference. And whenever you realize what you are and what you've done and who you are in comparison to Christ and what he did for you, you truly start to hate anything that doesn't reflect his love and his kindness and his mercy toward people. You truly start to detest the things of this world and Satan. So, I'm not trying to pick the guy apart. If he did change his life and that's whenever he was an addict, great. That's amazing. And I'm so glad that he changed his life. That's wonderful. But why would you not delete that? Why would you not delete those songs from your list, from your playlist, from your YouTube? Because let's say somebody jumps on the channel, that's the first song they hear from Tom Macdonald. It's going to shed a really bad light on it. And that's what I'm saying. It's almost like he's a chameleon to whatever he thinks is popular at the time or people want to hear. Or whatever stirs up controversy for views. And that's my take on it. And that's why I'm trying to lay it out for the people who are just like, why in the world is Upchurch? He's already said it 5 times. I've tried. That's why I was putting videos on here. People are getting mad at me. But that's why I was putting videos on my channel, because I'm a huge church supporter. I've interviewed him before. I love the Creek Squad family and the camaraderie in it. And this is a media channel. That's why I was putting the Instagram reels out, so people can see that he was having a discussion. Hey guys, this is why. Hip-hop is about this. Hip-hop is about calling people out who are fake or they are pandering for things. Hip-hop is about, it's healthy for the hip-hop genre, which is very true. If you just let everybody come in and try to take over when they aren't about what they say, would you do that to your home? Would you do that to your house? Of course you wouldn't. Of course you wouldn't let anybody who wanted to come in your house come in and take over and do whatever they wanted. Well, country rap genre is church's house. You can't change my mind. He's been on the top of the totem pole for a long time. So, um, and we in the interview we had some points where he he was talking about religion and he didn't agree with the way I felt probably, and we had a discussion there, and that's what this is about, guys. I haven't agreed always with everything he said about everything of this and this. It's not about that. What it is about talking about the truth, finding the truth, searching for the truth, and having a discussion about it. And I'm just telling you the reasons why. And if you're a Tom Macdonald supporter and this makes you mad, I'm sorry. But it is what it is. You have to look at those things, and you have to say, is that true? Is it true about Tom? Should I support him? Or, hey, it's not a big deal. I know Thomas means well. He may flip flop a little bit or whatever. I'm still a Tom fan. It's up to you to say that. It's up to you to make that decision. But I'm just telling you why. Why? Because I get it. Got a lot of stuff coming up, guys, on the channel. Thanks for dropping in. I went to Johnny Cash's gravesite and his home, what's left of his home after it burned down. And I'm going to post the Johnny Cash's gravesite tour, call it like a mini documentary tour, and a tour of his home, what's left of it. And I'm going to talk about stories about Johnny Cash. My grandfather used to sell firewood to Johnny Cash and his father in the 70s. I believe it was the 70s. And I actually know a guy who was Johnny Cash's bodyguard and Waylon Jennings' bodyguard before he passed away. And he told me a lot of stories, really cool stories. So, and also I play a little bit of Folsom Prison at the gravesite of Johnny Cash. So you guys stay tuned for that. I'm probably going to post that next on the channel. Then I have a love song. It's a really weird time to drop a love song. I feel like I should be dropping a diss track like everybody else right now. But I have a love song that I had written my wife, and I'm going to post it for Valentine's Day. If you want to be involved in your Creek Squad, my email is in one of the videos that talk about it below. My email is in there. Send a picture of you and your spouse or your loved one, whoever you're with, to the email, and I'm going to get about 50 people, and I'm going to put them in the music video. I'm going to try to include people. So, yeah, guys, exciting times. Usually don't write country love songs, but hey, it's what you're inspired by. Take it easy, guys. I hope that this discussion, even if you don't agree with it, I hope that this discussion in some way makes you understand why this is taking place. And if you don't understand what I said, very much more I can do for you. I'm trying to explain it in a calm, not /comment/ personal insult comment, manner. So, and it's Upchurch's business. If he wants to diss him and really get nasty, and if he wants to diss him again, and if he wants to diss him again, that's his business, okay? He has the right to do that. And you guys have the right to be upset about it. But there is real reasons behind it. That's the whole point. All right, guys. Take it easy.